Good morning and welcome. It's the basketball playing, court slaying, gas station running, honey bunning, son of a gunning jailbird. Welcome to the Steel Toe Morning Show. We didn't do one of these last week. I was very busy. What time is it? 5:59? Yeah, I was on my way. I was jogging to Quick Trip at this time last week. So we did not get to do a Rumble Friday show last week. Skousko says, isn't that Granny? Oh, thank you for writing that. I need to let everybody emailing me and messaging me know, including Granny himself. I don't care about anything Granny and Lemmy related. Apparently, they're going through a tough time, breaking up, whatever. Both of them need to shut the fuck up and get off the internet. I mean, they should have never been on in the first place. They haven't been able to handle it. They've been, both of them, the shit they're complaining about is all shit they've done to other people who do shows and do things and stuff like that. I don't feel sympathy for either of them. I mean, Lemmy trying to play victim and cry is the funniest thing in the world to me, seeing as she has been a shit human being for a long time. And, you know, Granny's got his problems. I think they're mostly substance related. No, thank you. Somebody sent me a thing where she's on a stream with Husey and some guy, and she's talking about custody and kids and talking about, shut the up, get off the goddamn internet and figure your shit out. Don't sit here and performatively cry and whine and complain. If you're on the internet to complain about it, then you're not being authentic about wanting to fix it. You're wanting sympathy. You're sympathy farming the internet. This is why I try to let Granny and Lemmy especially be case A in what I try to tell you people about not living your lives on the internet. It's pathetic. It's sad, and it never leads to good things. Like, these two have completely fallen apart. It's done. It's over with. Drama and sympathy farming online. You get too deep in the internet, you forget where content starts and life or content stops and life begins. So feel free not to send me links. Feel free not to send me emails. I mean, the both of them need to touch grass eternally and unplug all devices and phones, kill your Wi-Fi, get rid of your internet. It's pathetic, really. Bigot on socialist media nails it. Them being online too much is why they're having this problem. And you know what? I warned them both. I told them both. And I hate to say I told you so, but I'm always right about this shit. I told them a long time ago. And Aaron's just not cool. Aaron just doesn't get it. You guys ain't looking too cool right now, kids. So yeah, the both of them. It's just, I feel bad that a child has to be subjected to two other children behaving this way. Granny and Lemmy are literally living inside of a modem right now. They're living in a router, for Christ's sake. King Kong Dong with $1 says, does your mom still have lunchroom hookups? And do you still get pizza boats? It's not pizza boats. It's the rectangular pizza that we used to get. They also have a very good stuffed crust pizza. Das Optic Nerve says, this whole show is played out. Holy shit. That is, honestly, I have had a dedicated gang of a few hundred people who only want to see me die. For like 2 years, they've just wanted my death. Anytime I don't die, they take it as a personal L in their life. And nothing they've said has upset me or gotten to me or pissed me off. It's always been very funny to watch their delusions. But Das Optic Nerve's simple comment of, this whole show is played out, probably hit my soul harder than any compliment or criticism that's ever been given of this show. When we started on radio, somebody in the market said he'll be done by Christmas. And we ended up having the highest numbers that any morning show ever had in this town. Beating that person's criticism when I first started hit me less than someone simply writing, this show is played out. because the minute he wrote, here's what panicked me about it. The minute I read it in the chat, I went, holy shit, is he right? And that's bad. The minute someone writes, this show is played out, and then you go, wait, you know what? Maybe even if you shake it off and go, no, it's not, you're still like, oh shit, I thought about it for sure. And like, we're 100 people down today, and it's the week I got out of jail. If it weren't for that massive show we had Monday, I think that one might have pushed me over the edge. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Thank you very, very much. And Das Optic Nerve, I think we got to give him comment of the day so far. Optic Nerve writes, just breaking your balls, homie. I mean, I know you were just breaking my balls, but I'm just telling you what my honest reaction to it was, which was, oh shit, is he right? That's a peer into my psyche a little bit. Especially when I was on radio and we were like really, just crushing numbers wise, I don't think my imposter syndrome was higher than then, because every time like a new sponsor ran out their first 90-day contract with us and they said we're not going to renew, whenever that would, and that happens all the time in radio, just people try it and it doesn't work for them. What are you going to do? I would just be like, this is the beginning of the end. It's over. We're done. I'm never going to replace this person. Blah, 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 blah. They're all catching on to me. One wonderful thing about the internet is that it's so much more spread out. And like, yes, I freak out over like having 800 people at a time or 600 people at a time, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. You're just a small show. But in my mind, I sit there and I go, oh my God, this is it. Oh, like today, our numbers are lower and like tragically lower. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'll play it cool, but I'm panicking. But one thing that it doesn't last as long as it used to, because with the internet, you get to go, oh, I like that number or the number we usually do. It's the same amount of money. You're still a small, nobody gives a about you show. Who cares? Relax. Radio, I had I've become more comfortable with my position when we're on the internet because it's just a community. What are you going to do? Radio, there was always like, they're going to figure it out. They're going to know I'm a fraud. This is over at any time. I was way more of a head case back in those days. You need me more, gifting a membership to Jesse SP. Very good. By the way, speaking of Jesse, Jesse PS, I was looking forward to this Halloween episode he was going to do last night. I was leaving SP's this morning and I turned it on and it wasn't Jesse PS. It was just 2 hours of some guy. I didn't give a shit. That really bummed me out. I was kind of hoping for a Pod Awful episode. I don't get it. Maybe it was something if I had been watching longer, I would have gotten it. But for now, nothing.